Hey guys, so here we are outside O'Hara Hall and we're across the street from where we showed you how to work out last time. So today we're just going to show you some quick exercises to do in the comfort of your own dorm.
We know that the school year could get pretty hectic, so working out in your dorm is a good way to get an exercise in if you can't make it to the gym. It helps relieve stress and also help break up those study sessions. So we're going to go up and meet Dr. K. Hey, I'll get the elevator.
Elevator? We're going to take the stairs. It's a good way to get your exercise in for the day, get your heart rate up.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, the first exercise we're going to show is the Tricep Step. It's going to work the back of the arm, which is the triceps, the front of the shoulder, and the chest. All you need is 2 chairs. They don't have to be tall chairs like this. They can be a little lower. All we got to do is keep our legs bent, and it'll work just fine. So we're going to start up with our elbows locked, and we're going to go down to about 90 degrees here. And we're going to do as many repetitions as we can. So if we can only do 1, we'll do 1. If we can do 10, we will do 10.
So this is a little hard for me. How can I make this easier?
Yeah, so if you can't do 1, what we can do is we can do a regression. So we can use a table or another chair as a prop, and we're going to put our feet up. And that's going to make this exercise a lot easier. So we're going to do the same thing, 90 degrees there, lock the elbow, and we do as many as we can. If we can do 10, great. Maybe we can try the harder version next time. But we're going to do as many as we can and then move on to the next exercise. So the next exercise we're going to show is the towel roll. For this exercise, we're going to take a towel, throw it over the door, close the door. And it's going to be nice and tight, especially with the dorm room doors we have here at King's. We're going to bunch this towel up, hold it in one hand. We're going to use our weaker arm first. Toes are going to be all the way up against the door. We'll lean back, straighten our arm all the way so our elbow is straight, and we're going to pull ourselves in till we're upright. We try to do as many repetitions as we can. This exercise will hit the entire back and the biceps in the front of the arm. Once we've done all the repetitions with our weak arm, we're going to try to match those repetitions with our strong arm. We don't want to do more because we want to get rid of any imbalance that we might have.
So my arm was a little shaky on that. How do I make it a little bit easier if I can't do?
So if the one-arm version is too hard, just grab the towel on either end, and we're going to do the 2-armed version. Same thing, toes against the wall. Lean back, straighten those elbows out, and pull in as many repetitions as you can. And once we can do about 10 to 15 with this version, we're going to try to do the 1-arm version the next time. Okay, the next exercise is the basic push-up. It's going to work your chest, front of the shoulder, and back of the arm again. For this one, we want to be really good with form, so we're going to really lock our knees out, make those straight, squeeze our butt cheeks, brace our abs so everything is nice and tight. Elbows are locked to start. We go down, chin touches the floor. We want full range of motion, so chin down and lock that elbow. We're going to try to do as many repetitions as we can. If this is too hard, we're going to do a regression. So we're going to use a prop, a table, a couch, doesn't matter, and we want to elevate. We don't want to do push-ups on our knees because we still want to work the core. So still lock those knees, squeeze butt cheeks, brace your abs. Elbows are locked, and now we're going to go down. This time, we aim with our chest to touch the prop instead of our chin. All right, this next exercise is the Australian roll. This one is going to work the middle of the back a little bit more, whereas the towel roll worked the wider parts of the back. So for this one, we're going to use this counter here. Hands are going to be up here. We're going to go underneath. We want our feet as far in front of us as possible. We're going to be on our heels. And for this exercise, we're going to try to have our chest touch the bench right here. We go all the way up and we go down till our butt's on the ground again. And we're going to try to do as many repetitions as possible. If you feel this is slippery, if you have any gloves, even if they're just oven mittens or anything, put them on so you don't slide. To make this easier, all you got to do is slide your feet back, angle your knees, have your feet flat on the ground, your butt right under your hands, and pull up again and have your chest touch the bench. Same thing, try to do as many repetitions as possible. Even if it's just one, every workout, maybe try to add another one. It's a little bit of a harder exercise. Okay, the next exercise is the body weight squat. This one works everything lower body, calves, quads, hamstrings, glutes, core. It covers everything that's below your belly button basically. Important thing is that we do this right. So I like to use a prop behind, a little bit lower, so that we can aim with our butt and sit back so that our heels are on the ground the whole time. We never want to come up on our toes. For this exercise, because it's easy, squatting is something we do every day, we're not going to have a regression. But if these are easy, don't be afraid to do a few hundred of them. If you can work up to like 200, 300 in a row, you're going to be in good shape. And we're going to do those continuously without rest. Important part, we want to be at like 90 degrees at the bottom, so choose a low prop. At the top, we need the knee locked and the hip locked. So meaning everything is nice and straight. We don't want to be bent. And we're just going to keep going. For this one, because it's a little bit cardiovascular, we also want to make sure we breathe rhythmically. So in on the way down and out on the way up. The last exercise we're going to do is a core exercise. It's going to work the abdominal muscles. We're going to start with the frog kick. So hands are going to be behind our body, knees tight together, toes pulled up. We're going to bring our knees in as far as possible, and then we straighten out our knees. Feet are going to be in the air the whole time. They never touch the ground. We're going to try to do as many as possible. The goal is, again, to bring the knees to the chest as far as possible, and then straighten out those knees. If this is too hard, we're going to do a simple heel touch crunch. So for this one, we're going to lay flat on our back. This is the easier version. Feet a little bit wider than hip width, and heads on the ground. What we're going to try to do is have our fingertips touch our heel. So we're going to go up, our head's going to come up, and we're going to lay all the way back down, head on the ground. And we're going to touch our heel again. So that's the easier version. So we're going to go up and down continuously. So once you can do 30 or 40 of these heel crunches, move on to the frog kicks and work up to about 30 or 40 of those. Okay, so we showed you some simple exercises you can do in your dorm room. You could do them at home if you don't live in a dorm. Use whatever props you have. If you don't have a prop, just leave that exercise out. Try to do this, 2-3 times a week, or whenever you're feeling stressed or you need to stay awake to study. And feel free to change the order of the exercises, but try to do something.